There's a kind of tiredness no one really talks about. Not the kind that makes you yawn or rub your eyes, but the one that sits quietly behind the ribs. The kind that shows up even after 8 hours of sleep. The kind that makes an ordinary day feel like walking through water. If you've ever thought, why am I this tired? I didn't even do that much today. Then this story is yours. Because after everything we've explored, confidence, courage, identity, rediscovery, there's one thread that ties it all together. The silent battle between who we truly are and who we've been forcing ourselves to be. Let me tell you about Farah. She was the kind of person who didn't make noise. She did her work, met her deadlines, nodded at the right moments. From the outside, she looked steady, reliable, low maintenance. In her ordinary world, she kept herself small, not because she lacked talent, but because she believed energy came from endurance. Push through and you're fine. Keep going and it'll pass. Fatigue, she thought, was only physical. But inside she carried a heaviness, not burnout. She didn't think she had earned that word. Just a quiet ache, a mental drag she couldn't explain. Her call to adventure arrived on a random Tuesday. Her manager asked her to be more process-driven. Follow the checklist, stop overthinking, do it the standard way. And something in her tightened. Not anger, not rebellion, more like a whisper. This isn't me. But she refused that call, just like many of us do. She told herself she was overreacting, that everyone gets tired, that she should be grateful, steady, compliant. So she kept doing things the right way, even though every task felt like writing with her non-dominant hand. Her brain worked twice as hard and her energy got cut in half, and she blamed herself for all of it. Her mentor appeared in a form she didn't expect. Not a person. A journal entry from 6 months earlier, something she'd written and forgotten. I feel most alive when I'm solving things no one asked me to solve. That line hit her softly but deeply. It reminded her of something she'd never named. She wasn't tired because she was weak. She was tired because she was misaligned. The next morning, she crossed her threshold, a tiny, almost invisible act. In the meeting, instead of staying quiet, she suggested a new idea. Her voice shook. She hated that, but she said it anyway. No big reaction, no big moment, but something inside her shifted. She knew she had stepped into unfamiliar territory. Then came the tests. Her ideas landed in silence. Colleagues shrugged. A friend said, "You're overcomplicating things again." Her inner critic whispered, "See? This is why you stay small." But she found allies too. A co-worker who said, "I like how your brain works." A client who thanked her for noticing something no one else caught. A line she wrote one night in her journal, "This doesn't drain me. This fuels me." Approaching the inmost cave came in the form of a new project. Strict procedures, no creativity, a suffocating deadline. She knew this type of work exhausted her. She also knew she couldn't keep shrinking to fit the mold. So she did the thing she never thought she'd do. In the ordeal, she sat down with her manager, palms cold, breath shallow, and said, "I think there's a better way to do this. Can I show you something I've been working on?" Her fear tried to pull her back. Don't draw attention. Don't be different. But the stronger voice inside her whispered, "Now." She walked her manager through a reframed strategy. Simpler, clearer, more intuitive. More her. For the first time, she wasn't compensating for herself. She was being herself. The reward wasn't praise or promotion, it was quieter and more meaningful. Her manager leaned back and said, "I didn't know you thought like this." And Farah realized she had spent years hiding the very thing that gave her energy. Not because she wanted to, because she thought she had to. The road back unfolded slowly. She adjusted her workflow in small ways, more problem solving, more strategy, more thinking space. She helped co-workers with the tasks she naturally excelled at. She stopped apologizing for her brain. Then came the resurrection, a tight deadline, a complex issue no one could solve. Old Farah would have panicked, drowned in the pressure. But this time, she stepped in calmly, confidently, aligned. She solved the problem in a fraction of the time she used to spend just trying to focus. Not because she worked harder, but because she stopped working against herself. And the elixir she carries back is simple, but quietly life-changing. Fatigue isn't always a sign you're doing too much. Sometimes it's a sign you're doing too little of what you're built for. So I'll leave you with this, an invitation, not advice. Where in your life do you feel that heavy tiredness? The kind sleep never fixes. And if you look beneath it, what part of you has been waiting to be used instead of suppressed? Because maybe you're not exhausted, maybe you're misaligned, and alignment is its own kind of energy.